Guys, welcome back. We are here, online Formula Racing, Division 1. We're at race 9 here at Silverstone today. And you've got Dr. Robot and Havoc here. How you doing, Havoc?
Pretty good, Robot. Super excited. Silverstone, one of those tracks we all love to come to, yeah?
Absolutely. Silverstone's never failed OFR. We had it in the last race of the season where it came down to the wire, where we weren't sure if Izat or Stinson was going to take it, and then there was like 3 safety cars. We were slamming our hands on the tables. There was so much drama going on, and let's hope we can have a race like that today. Just want to give a shout out to the 3 guys that couldn't make it due to some internet issues today. It's really sad, but it seems PlayStation Network is screwing us again. So we've only got 15 drivers here today, guys, so sorry about that. But I'm sure it's going to be a great race nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. Silverstone is one of those places where you can do very, very well, or you can do very, very badly. You can have a very bad day here at Silverstone with a bad setup. With the right setup, you could do very, very well. And I think we've just heard word we're going to have a dry quali, but we are going to have some rain in the race, aren't we?
Yeah, we got word from one of our drivers that it's going to be light rain, and then dry. And that is going to be really interesting because, I mean, chances of a safety car in the light rain around here are pretty high, I would say. So that means that if the safety car comes out, the length of time is going to get extended a bit whilst they're in the rain, and that's going to bring the dry a bit closer to around halfway. So we could see a half wet race and then a half dry race, and the change in driving style you need and the change in racing that we will see will be absolutely night and day, black and white. It's going to be amazing.
It's gonna mess with them, isn't it? It's gonna play with tire strategies. We're gonna see a lot of different things that guys are doing. Gernman is around first hot lap out and around. Speaking of Gernman, Robot, not a good showing last weekend. Yeah,
No.
bit of a contact, bit of a controversy during the week this past week, and then kind of threw the championship out the window.
Yeah, it was really sad to see. He had some trouble with, I think it was Squash Apple's AI, because Squash got kicked from the session, and then going into turn 13, I think it was, or turn 12, the really awkward right-hander, his AI just slammed the brakes on, he went straight into the back of him, lost his front wing, and he quit the race. Don't really blame him, to be honest. It's really unfortunate to race for that long and be in a championship fight, and then an AI takes you out. It's really, really sad. But what can you do? I mean, he was frustrated, he left, and I think he's possibly throwing the championship away. So let's look at the championship standings actually whilst we're talking about this. He's at 150 points. He is leading right now. Second place Stinson, 35 points behind on 115. And Margaret is overtaking German for third place with 109 points. Stinson needs 2 great races today and next week in Brazil to be able to challenge Izat. But Izat's got a nice 35-point lead.
Yeah, 4 races won with the win last week. Definitely on a roll. He's got 3 races won in a row. But Stinson does have the fastest lap for the last 2 tracks. He's just been stuck in some quandaries, if you will. Maybe a bit of a pickle, if you'll allow. But yeah, just he's got to pull it out in the last 2 races. It's definitely not over yet. I'm still excited with the season that we've had. It's been such an amazing season that the drivers have put on. They've definitely not let us down this year.
Absolutely, they have put on a hell of a fight, and we can see that in the construction standings too. Now there is let's see, a 26-point lead for Mercedes at the moment, and that's basically carrying the entire team there with 151 points. But the racing point, that's Margaret and Amir. Those two have had a pretty decent season. Amir's not had the best of luck, but he has got a lot of points for his team, which is really nice to see, and he is still fighting hard. They're on 125 points, so they could actually take this if they have 2 great races again today and in Brazil next week. But Red Bull as well are not far behind, and neither is the Williams. Williams on 100 points, Red Bull on 116, so it can all still happen. It can all still happen.
It can. It's all going to kick off. We're on the last 2 races. The guys know that we're on the last 2 races. They're definitely going to try to make some moves today. Don't expect anybody to lay off today because they have to make their spots today. This is the day that they have got to make some points up and make something happen for the last race in Brazil next week. So it's going to be an interesting race. Atomic, we've got Atomic back this week.
Yeah.
Such a surprise. great to see Atomic back.
Yeah, it's always good to see him back. And he's good at Silverstone. Now, he obviously had a chance to win the championship here last season on race 10. He blew it. He spun. Safety cars helped him out a lot. He cut across the pit lane. There was a bit of controversy about that. But he threw it away. Out of, I think it was Brooklands where he lost the car. He spun. And that was his race over. He could have won if he just finished 4th or something like that.
Oh, was it here?
Yeah,
was it here?
Yeah, it came down to the wire. Last race of the season. Last season.
Yeah, I mean, we dubbed him Mr. Consistency last season, and he stuck with it. And then we get to race 10, and I don't know if it was the pressure or just the season that we had. I don't know, but you're absolutely right. Stinson, 124.3 on the pole.
Yeah, nice. Really nice. That's like 2 seconds quicker than D2 times at the moment. That is 124 is a phenomenal lap. Now I know esports guys, they do 123s, right? But
yeah,
let's not forget Stinson and Izak both on controllers, and they've set one, and is Margaret. So the top 3 all on controllers, all have set 124. Atomic's gone 4th with a 125, nice, and Amir on the wheel as well. Both Atomic and Amir on the wheel, 125.4. That's decent. That is very, very decent.
The difference. Do you think that's the difference in the wheel and the pad?
There's a lot of controversy about this. Some guys like to say that the pad is just OP. I mean, it's really easy to get traction out of corners. You don't lock up as much. So I've heard. I am definitely quicker on the pad, but it changes between person to person, so I don't think we can get a definitive answer there.
Flint tracks as well, yeah. I mean, I think we talked about it a few weeks ago, especially Monaco. Certain tracks, the pad is just horrible. You don't want to be on the pad. And then there's the other tracks where the pad, you can just take it nice and easy around the track, which is something we're going to do here in a second. Hopefully you're finding somebody we can trail. We haven't done that yet. But yeah, it's one of those controversies. You're right, it's a controversy. And I don't think we're going to figure the answer out anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm just watching AJ as well, and it does look like he's glitching way too much right now. So I think we're going to have to message him and tell him to leave, because turn 1 is going to be absolutely crazy. And we've seen, look, this is happening again. I think it is PlayStation Network. 3 guys have dropped out and just rejoined. Something's definitely going on. And I don't think this is going to be a good turn 1. So I think we need to tell AJ to leave there, unfortunately. But want to give a shout out to VR, who's joined us on the stream. God Was is here as well. Smalley said that Havoc is a dump at being a goalie on Rocket League. I'm not gonna reject that. That seems like a valid claim. And yeah, I'm riding on board with Scotty right now, who's on an in lap, I believe. So let's try and find someone on a hot lap. Looks like Santu might be on one. Yes, he is. Right, Santu has just gone through the loop section here. He's coming around Aintree now, and he's on the Wellington Straight. So his DRS is open. He is on a hot lap. He's got 80% of his DRS left, so he's not used too much of it so far. Turns in at Brooklands, hug the inside corner there, and you can take 2 different lines here as you go around Luffield. You can swing it in and kind of boomerang it round, or you can keep it wide and then tuck in on the inside. Both of them are probably just as quick as each other, but it depends if you're following someone closely. That's going to change a little bit there. You don't want to take the same line as the guy following ahead, but it looks like Santu's gone full throttle all the way through Cops as well. He's not set a time yet, so this is going to be his first hot lap, so we don't have a delta to compare it to. But let's see if he can make it through. Beckett's okay. He's got a little bit of oversteer there, and he's almost spun. He's managed to correct it, but he lost the rear of the car and the front there, and that's going to have lost him about a second, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm not going to state commentator curse, but that may be the last time you guys see Santi did this, so...
He's going for another lap, though. He's doing another one. He must have the fuel. Let me see if I can get his telemetry, actually, and see if he does have the fuel. He's in 13th place right now. We do have his telemetry, so I'll bring that up on the screen for you guys. And it does look like he has 2 laps of fuel, so he can do another 2 laps if he's careful, but I reckon he's only going to do the 1 here. So let's see how he gets on. He's got 1.9 laps of fuel, and we'll switch to his tyres now to see how much tyre wear he has. He's currently on 4% on the left, 3 on the right, and he's turning through the loop section now at 4. He's looking okay, he's looking stable. The tyre wear's not too high at the moment. His temperatures are down as well, but let's see how much those tyres light up as he brakes in the big deceleration into Brooklands here. You can see there, front right lighting up. It's going red, it's extremely hot, and now it's going to cool down as he's turning right, and the lefts are going to light up. And he's out of there nice and steady. He's not got any hands, I can see. He's driving handless at the moment. This is strange. And here he comes through Cobbs now. Sector 2 time, we're about to see what it is. He's just coming through Maggots now, full throttle all the way through here. You want to drop it down to just as you approach the corner before Beckett's there, and he's invalidated again. Invalidated. Let's see what his sector time 2 was, though, as he comes down the hanger straight now.
It was 7 tenths. He was 7 tenths.
Oh, that's a shame. But he's invalidated, and he's still got enough fuel to do another lap, though. We can see that from his telemetry here. Look, he's only got 1 lap of fuel. No, he's going to have to come in. He's going to have to come in.
Well, he's got the time as well. I mean, you got to come in and get those fresh tires. The timing of doing another lap right there would have just murdered a chance on another set of tires.
True.
But yeah, I mean, he looked super good everywhere. Longfield, he looked good. Brooklyn's amazing entry. He looked very good coming through Arena. Cops, he's going through there flat out like you want to be going. And then Maggots and Beckett's was his downfall. Just maybe a little loose. I don't know. I mean, he's got the car pointing the right direction, and he's got a very nice setup, but it looks like it may be a little too loose for the track right now.
Yeah, I think you're right. And he was complaining that he had some network issues. I'm not sure if that's playing a part right now. But yeah, he's not looking stable. Now, I'm riding on board with Squashed Apple at the moment, who's just making his way through Maggots and Beckett's. He's through there, and he's really on the throttle early there. He's pushing that car to the limit, taking as much of the outside curve at Chapel as he possibly can. He's coming down the hanger straight now. His DRS is wide open. He's in sector 3. Let's see what he can do. He brakes at about 60 meters there. He turns in, keeps it in 6, takes as much curb again. He needs to be careful there so you don't invalidate your lap because they are harsh on track limits there. He turns in, looking nice and stable, half throttling through 3rd, early upshifting to 4th. He's coming through the final corner now. Let's see what he can do. Come on. Oh, he's
no improvement.
No improvement. He was quicker in the 1st and 2nd sector there. That's interesting.
It looked like it. He dumped a lot. It looked like maybe, I don't know, maybe in Club or Vale, he lost a lot of speed right there. It looked tidy, but that may have been where he lost the speed at. I believe Stinson may be on one.
Yeah, Razortay is definitely on an in-lap or an out-lap right now. He must be on an out-lap, he's got 0 lap. Oh, we got a yellow in sector 1, not sure who that is. I think it's just someone moving out of the way. I'm on board with Stinson right now, who is on a hot... is he on an in-lap?
No, he's on an... Yep.
Okay, and let's see where Izat is. Izat's
and he improved.
Well.
He improved on the last one. Yeah, I was going to say, Stinson improved, and then Izat busted the time. So Izat actually went P1 with the 124.2. It looks like he's about 0.02 of a second above Stinson, and then Tay in P3 with a 124.5, and Margaret improved as well on that last going on the tires with a 124.5. So you've got the first 2 guys at a 124.2, and then the next 2 guys at a 124.5, and then you've got Atomic with a 124.6. The gaps are looking very, very close, Robot.
Yeah, they are, and one guy that we need to look out for who is just coming up to Sector 3 now and who is on an outlap is Gernman. We know Gernman can take pole position quite easily. He is super quick when it comes to a single lapping quali. He's quick in the race as well, multiple race winner. He could knock Izat off the top spot here, so I'm going to ride on board with him now and see what he can do. He's currently in 6th place with a 124.6, so we'll pay close attention, to his sector times. But what do you think he can do now he's starting his hot lap?
I mean, he's definitely going to be in the low 124s. It's going to be all about the mistakes. Can he get through here without the mistakes? Go flat out in 1 like he just did. He definitely went flat out in 1. But it's going to be about the mistakes. How hard can he get on the brakes? Get through the apex, carry the speed out. Here he comes through Arena. It didn't look very good,
strange
Robot.
Line.
It didn't look good at all.
Yeah, that was a really strange line. You usually want to bring it to the right-hand side and swing it in, but he didn't do that. He stayed to the left as if he was defending the position or something. I think that's cost him a bit of time. But he is 300ths up on his time. Not enough to get the top guys at the minute, though.
No.
He's going to need an
I mean, he can definitely gain some in Cops and Maggots and Beckett's, but that's a big, tall order to ask for.
Well, let's see him now. He's coming through Cops. He's still looking stable. He's only got 2% on his left and 1 on his right. Tyre temps are optimal right now, just as he enters Maggots. That's exactly where you need them. You don't want them overheated. He's really using the engine braking to get him slowed down there, but he managed to stay in 6th, I think, the whole time. 2% tyre wear everywhere, DRS wide open. Let's see his sector...
1.5 up.
What was his sector 2 time? It was
the time was gone. It was 158.
Yeah, he's 1/10 up then. That's not bad. Let's see what he can do in the final sector now as he comes through. Sorry,
a bit wide.
The club here. Pardon me. And he's going to cross the line in 3rd. He's 2/10 down on the fastest time at the minute, though. He's not going to be able to set another time as well.
That's how hard they're going, Robot. Just They're going so hard. You've got to be on the throttle all the time. When you're exiting these corners, the difference between D1 and D2 right now that I've found this season is throttle response. Throttle response is what is making the difference between these top 5 guys and anybody in D2. And just listen to it and take a lesson from it. The faster you can get through and get back on the throttle, the quicker you're going to be. I mean, it's kind of common sense, but it sounds kind of stupid. You have to get on the throttle as fast as you can without the car spinning around.
Absolutely. One thing that I want to point out as well is that it is going to be raining in the race, and it's only going to be raining in the first 2/3 of the race, and it's going to be dry at the end. Now, I wonder what this means for these guys' setups. Have they just stuck with their dry setup, or have they chosen a bit more of a balanced setup, maybe somewhere in between wet and dry? And if they were just on a dry setup, could we have seen a 123?
I think we could have seen a 123. But you're hitting on some points there, Robot. They could definitely be on their dry setups right now. Going into Parc Ferme, they are allowed to change their front wing, on throttle, differential, some other things they can mess with in Parc Ferme before they go into the race. But their times they're so close. I mean, their wet times, even a wet time or a wet setup around here, they're not dramatically going to a more heavier wing. It's not going to be a lot at all. I believe you have a wet setup. I mean, do you remember what your wings were?
I think it was 4.8. I think 4.8 or 4.7. It's not too much of a change. It's not like super heavy downforce because you need that straight line of speed, especially when you're going down the hanger straight. But the actual setup's not that much different from the dry one. So I reckon these guys could be on the dry and they're just going to alter their wings, like you say. But Santos finished his lap. He set a 1:24.8, which is actually a pretty decent time. That's really nice to see. Now, we've got a few guys on the out lap right now. Stinson's just started his hot lap, so let's ride on board with Stinson. If you could keep an eye on Izak, who's just started, and we'll compare sector time. So, riding on board with Stinson right now. This is his last chance to try and jump Izak for pole. Right, they're coming. Stinson has just gone through the loop section there. He's on the Wellington straight right now. We're about to see his sector 1 time. Stinson's sector 1 time is a 26.746. He's up.
Izak's on a 26.67.
Ooh, wow. Okay, this is going to be really close. This is going to be very, very close as Stinson makes it through Luffield. Now, let's see what he can do in sector 2. I'm going to quickly switch to Izak just to see where he is. You can see he's just going through the same part of the track Stinson just was.
Yeah, and he's behind him. He knows if he goes purple, he knows he went faster than Stinson. Stinson went purple. He doesn't know. Oh, no!
Stinson's made a mistake.
They both around?
Yeah, no, well, someone's around and Stinson just had to avoid him massively.
Around.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so Izak had to avoid someone who'd spun outside Cobbs. Stinson did manage to avoid him, but I reckon he lost a fair bit of time there, and that's Izak's lap pretty much over now then. So it looks like it's just going to be Stinson. Marglitz got the checkered flag. He can't beat his time now. He's on a 1:24.3, another solid time. What can Stinson do? Big lockup on his front left there. That's jolted his car almost, made it really unsteady. He's late on the throttle as well. No, he's not going to be able to improve, and he crosses the line in second place, a 1:24.2. Wow.
I would have loved to have seen Izak's time there, Robot. That was Scotty right before Maggots and Beckett's right coming around top. That was Scotty, yeah, so.
I knew it was an Alpha, I just wasn't sure which one it was, if it was Squashed Apple or Scotty, but Scotty's in the pits now, and that looks like it's it. I'm sure Stinson's not going to be happy that he had to avoid his car there, and he's going to, well, start on the right-hand side of the grid in second place.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle, isn't it? I mean, you've got your championship leader, Izak, and then you've got your second place championship runner-up, Stinson, on the front row. I think they're going to lay it all out on the line here today.
Yeah, I'm just going to correct myself. I don't think Stinson had to avoid Scotty because Scotty was off the road. He had to catch his spin. So Stinson was spinning as he was going through Cobbs and he caught it, but then obviously lost some time. So that's
well, it almost looked like Izak was around the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I think it was the same for Izak as well. He was trying to catch a spin. Izak couldn't do it. He knew he was purple in sector 1. He knew he was gaining on Stinson's time. He knew he had to go all out. Yeah. So he had to back off a little bit, but he didn't, and that's what caused the spin, just going all out. So that's qualifying it.
Smalley said, "Rumor have it, Havoc does card on the wheel." that would explain a lot.
Yeah, it would. I mean, you've got to have a very, very strong back if you want me to play COD with you.
That's right. Rubs is usually the one that carries me. If not Rubs, then Bounty. But yeah. Let's do some OFR cards soon. Right, that's it, guys. We've got Ezat starting on pole with 124.2. 300s down the road, it's Stinson with a 124.253. And in third place again, it's Margaret with a 124.3. You know, let me ask you a quick question. If you could choose someone right now for kind of driver of the division or driver of the season for D1, who would it be?
Ooh, I would have to say, right off the bat, without thinking about it, Margaret.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Like,
Margaret.
I don't
It's got to
know
be
why,
Margaret.
but this kid is just, look at the rain. This kid is just quick. Like,
he's improving as well. It's not just he's come in, he's got the experience, he's got the speed, and he's quick. Yeah, he's gaining experience and he's getting better every weekend.
Yeah, now I've brought his driver card up on the stream so you guys can see. Now, bearing in mind, he's only got 1 race win and 1 pole position. He's got 8 podiums. His average race finish is 4. Average quali finish is 4 as well. That just shows you how consistent he is. Like, he is super consistent. Really puts a foot wrong. He's only been involved in a penalty 1 time, which the result was minor, and that's it. He's done absolutely nothing else wrong. And I mean, he's great.
He's a likable guy in the community as well, isn't he? I mean, he's active in the chats. He's one of those guys that a lot of guys talk to. He's always in there, always talking to the guys. So I see his name all the time in there. It's wonderful to see.
Amazing, great addition to OFR. And I've just brought up Ezats, and you can see, you know, he's got 48 podiums, 29 race wins, 22. But let's just leave it there. Right, let's get to the stream. Ezat is OP, and that's because he's on the controller. Right, now waiting for the rain. We know it's going to be the first 2/3 of the race, and then it's going to be dry for the last third. But if there's a safety car, it could bring the dry a little bit closer towards the end of the race.
And we could see it as soon as turn 1, Robot. I think that we were just about to get onto this. The race is about to start. We got 30 seconds in. Safety car chances, where do you think it's going to be?
Turn 1, lap 1. I've called it. It's going to happen. It's wet. People are going to be so understeery. They're going to lose it.
Well, it's different at the beginning of the race, isn't it, as opposed to later on in the race when you're going flat out.
Tires.
It's a very, very tricky corner. Yeah, cold tires probably on the intermediates to start. It's not so much flat out through 1 and 2 as it is in the rest of the race. I mean, the cars get bunched up. Everybody gets bunched up. You're going to see cars going to the left, to the right. Here we go. The lights are on.
Yep, that's the 5 red lights, and that's the lights out, and we are already away. So I can't really tell what's happened here. Let's ride on board with Stinson. He is side by side with Ezat as he's going into turn 1. He's got the inside line. Ezat's lifted. Stinson is currently ahead. We know Stinson's quick in the rain. Let's see if he can keep it. Now, we got a yellow flag. AJ's rejoined for some reason. Let's hope that he doesn't glitch, but he has rejoined. Avi has moved up to 13th place. He's dropped down 1 position there. We've got another yellow flag in sector 1. I'm not quite sure who it is, but we've got drivers still driving on the track. I mean, AJ's retired. I'm not sure why he rejoined, but that's Lika has dropped down 4 positions. Let's hope he hasn't got any damage. Let's just quickly check.
They were 3 wide in Arena, Robot. 3 wide.
Yeah, that was really interesting. But no safety car. Yellow in sector 1. That's just AJ's car who's off track right now, and that's it. Ah, do you know what? I think AJ had to rejoin so he could retire his car. Okay, so clever. Okay, good job, AJ, good job. So, Stinson's currently leading. He's got 7/10 of a gap to Ezat in second place. Margaret's 1.2 seconds behind, and Racer Tay is right on the back of Margaret right now. Racer Tay, this will be his home Grand Prix, of course. He's one of the Brit boys, and he is pushing Margaret to the limit right now. Visibility is extremely low. Not too much spray coming off, but it's a very dark track right now.
It is. They can't pick the lineup. We've got a sound glitch in, but the guys have not spread apart the way we thought they were going to be. They're still there. Margaret is not that far away from Ezat. He's only 1.3 behind, but Ezat's not letting Stinson get away either. We'll have to see what happens as the race goes on.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it. The gaps in the midfield, though, are very, very close. There's no one more than a second apart from 4th all the way down to 13th place right now as Stinson sets past this lap. So let's just quickly check on this midfield and see what's going on. Jedi is doing a pretty decent job keeping Tommy behind him at the minute. Let's not forget Jedi was D2 last season. He's moved up to D1 and he's putting in a good performance right now. He's managed to hold on to his 8th place. And a little bit further down, we've got Amir, who is looking to make a move on Tommy and Jedi as soon as these two come together. Let's see if what Amir can do here, but visibility is really low right now.
Yeah, super, super low. Jedi doing super good in the rain. He's always one of those drivers that does good in the rain. Santi went super wide It looked like in turn 3 he went wide, came back on the track, it did it in a safe manner, but Mark trying to pounce on the mistake from Santi. Santi trying to catch up desperately to Squashed Apple.
So we've got a lot of sound glitches going on, so good job there, Codemasters. So I don't want to ride on board with anyone because it's just screaming at me. But Racer Tay is still behind Margaret, but he's dropped back just a little bit, about 2/10 he's lost there, as Margaret is now trying to close the gap to Izat, but it's just not happening. Margaret is now 2.5 behind Izat, and Stinson's pulled away. Izat is now 1.3 behind Stinson. So we've got a kind of a race on our hands.
Controversy, Robot. The pad in the rain.
Oh, here we go.
A lot of guys say the pad in the rain is super OP. Super, super OP. The guys have got that vibration in their hands to let them know they are losing traction. So, it just brings it up. I mean, it kind of answers the question as to why they are 3 seconds ahead right now in front of Margaret. Gurman makes a move on Atomic. It looks like Tay went down 2 spots.
Wow, I just watched Tommy do a really nice overtake on Jedi too. Tommy's up to 8th place. Let's quickly check on Racer Tay to see where he is. Racer Tay down to 6th place now. So yeah, something happened there, and we still got the sound glitch from Racer Tay's car. I think it's because he actually left the
Sector
session.
3, who is that? Is that Mark?
Oh, is that Mr. Mark? Don't see any damage on his car. It could be he's dropped down. Avi's right at the back right now, but he's really far behind, so I don't think it was that. It must have been.
Super far back. I don't know. Santi's not having a good go out there right now. Another flag in Sector 1.
Oh, look at this, It's Stinson! Stinson's dropping down, he's in 6th place, he's spun! Stinson's spun, he's waiting for the cars to pass so he can rejoin.
Oh, he can't move, he's stuck!
He's waiting for the cars to move. Oh, let's hope he doesn't get DSQ'd here, but he's moving again now. Here he goes. And he's got some serious, serious wing damage. I'm going to bring it up on the stream now so you guys can see. Look at this. Stinson has got 76% front left wing damage there. What happened?
That's had to have been Arena, Robot. Arena in the wet, not a good place to try and push the car. That had to have been where it's at. Stinson, what is going on?
Not sure there. Let's hope there wasn't an incident. I'm quickly just going to cycle through to see if anyone else has got damage on their car. You can see it changing here on the stream, but no, it's just Stinson. It's just Stinson. Wow. Okay, we need to know what happened there. Hopefully we can get some people who have got more of an eagle eye than we do, because we can't keep an eye on everything at once. But Izat's currently leading 3.2 seconds on Margaret, who's been promoted to 2nd place right now, and Gernman has moved up 1 position, and he is going to try and get that 2nd spot from Margaret, and then push Izat for the win. So let's see what Gernman can do here. Emir is now just 3/10 behind Jedi.
That midfield battle, Robot, I think we're going to see this all day long. Some of these guys thrive on the rain and the wet. They love the wet.
Yeah, so I think we just got confirmation that it was AJ's AI, and yeah, he's not happy that the game is glitching from again. AJ, you're not alone.
Okay.
A lot of us are not happy that this game is still got so many bugs and glitches in it. It's really sad. But anyway, let's get back to it as we're watching Gurman close down that gap to Margaret yet again. It's now less than 0.5 of a second as Eli is just slowly pulling away. Stinson's in the pits. Let's see what he's going on to. Where's Atomic? Oh, Atomic's not far behind either. He's in 4th place.
No, this battle for 4th, I mean, it was 4th. Right now, it's Margaret and Gurman going at it for P2. Atomic is sitting very, very pretty watching these two go at it. He's got to make a time up. As they battle, Atomic is going to gain some time on these guys. Racer Tay right behind, fell back a little bit, but he's gaining time back. He's made the move on Scotty. Scotty, he's got a perfect gap back to P7. He's got 3 seconds back to Tommy. And then you've got that battle between Tommy, Jedi, Amir, and Squashed Apple.
Yeah, I'm watching that now. We got yellow in sector 2 and 3. It's the Ferrari. It's Misha Mark. He's off the road. It looks like he's just come out of Chapel, yeah, and he's lost the car. So he's still going, though. Let's check if he's got any damage on his car. He's currently in 13th place. No damage whatsoever. No damage. Oh, no, he has got... Oh, he's not showing his telemetry. He does have damage. He's lost an end plate at least and a few winglets. That's unfortunate. He's gonna... Yeah, he's coming straight into the pits. And what tyre did Stinson put on us? To take it, he's just gone straight back onto the inters again.
Yeah, he's went right back onto the inters. The rain is not letting up yet. It's going to be interesting to see when the rain lets up. when the guys are going to be able to get on the slick tires if they can get on it. Amir right behind Jedi. Here they come through arena. Amir's going to try to get it done before they get down into love field.
Now this is a tricky place to do it, especially if there's rain. You don't want to dive bomb here because you will understeer being on the wet line going into the corner. Amir's done a clever thing. He's a clever driver. He's not made a move to overtake yet, and I imagine the next opportunity for him to overtake is going to be the hanger straight coming out of Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. I think he's going to have to be patient here and play the long game. Now, one thing I also want to say is that the race is definitely not over for Stinson. Look, he spun, he's crashed, he's put on a fresh wing, some fresh inters, and just watch this gap. Just keep an eye on it. It's currently 8.7 seconds. Look how quick he's going to reduce that to Abbey. One safety car and Stinson is back in this race.
And he knows it. He knows that. He's got to keep fighting. He can't let this go. He's not going to do what Gurman did last weekend. He's going to try to stay in the fight, and he's going to try to gain some points because he knows he's only got this race and next race to make something happen.
Yeah, and just want to quickly bring your attention to Gurman because Margaret's starting to back this pack up a little bit. He's not pulling away. He's dropping back from Izat. Gurman is now 2 tenths behind, and Atomic is looking to capitalize on that as well. He's now less than a second behind Gurman, and Racer Tay is less than a second behind Atomic.
You can almost imagine the burn that Gurman's got in his feet to try and get around Margaret right now. Wanting to get around, he sees the gap getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to get to 5 before he makes the move done, but can he get it done?
Let's hope so. Look at that gap as well to Stinson. It was 8.8 and it's now 6.8. Just keep an eye on that. That's wow. Less than a lap and it's coming down. He is going to be quick and his fight to the top 10 is going to be quick soon. Now, yep, Gurman is still trailing behind, less than 5 tenths of a second. It's just gone up. We got, oh no! Is that Squash?
Yellow. Who is that?
Yellow in sector one. Is that? That's not Stinson.
That's Jedi. That's Jedi.
Oh no! And that was just as okay. Let's check the damage on these cars. Let's just see if anyone's got any damage. No damage. Everyone's okay. Everyone's fine. No safety car though, and that's Jedi spun. That's promoted Amir up to 8th place. Stinson goes fastest, and now Amir's got to catch 2.3 seconds to Tommy if he wants to see that 7th place again.
I don't think he's going to do it with Squashed Apple right behind. Tommy's trying to make a move. I mean, he's not trying to make a move, but he's trying to stay up to the back of Scotty. Scotty with that spin in qualifying just not, I don't think he started where he wanted to be, but look at where he's at now. P6.
Yeah, really nice though. I mean, he's doing a decent job. Shame that we don't have the Scotty-Shorty duo here today because Shorty is obviously working. But it'd be nice to see those two racing together again. But yeah, Scotty's doing a decent job. Gurman is still trying. Oh, he's even closer now. He's 3 tenths behind Margaret. Oh, Margaret's looking a bit stroppy. Here we go. Gurman's got the speed now. He's going side by side. Margaret's chosen the inside line. Gurman's going to have to lift slightly here and make sure he doesn't connect. There's a bit of contact here. Gurman's gone wide. He's looking to escape now. And he's come back on track, avoided a penalty, thankfully. He's not lost out too much time. But look at this. Atomic is right on the back of them now. Atomic's only 3 tenths behind, as we saw Gurman have to take the escape road almost there and managed to keep it nice and tidy. He didn't rejoin dangerously. He was looking okay.
Yeah, smart move from Gurman right there. Don't come back on immediately. There's going to be trouble right there. But look at what it's done to the 2 guys behind. Atomic, 6 tenths behind Tay, 3 tenths behind. Something's going to happen here, Robot.
Yeah, it's so close. I'm just going to stick with Gurman for now because he's right in the middle of everything. Margaret is doing a hell of a job keeping these guys behind. But I just wonder what happens when Margaret has to fall behind someone and he starts to experience the dirty air for the first time in this race. I think he's going to struggle.
Look at the gap. Yeah, he's going to. I think he's going to. I mean, with the clean air, he's doing this. And then Gurman's right there. As soon as he gets behind the car, I think you're right. He's going to start falling behind.
Do you know what? I think Gurman could have more of a wet setup on his car, and Margaret's opted for the more dry for later on in the race because Gurman has got some serious downforce through these corners, even when he's following Margaret. I think there's a big setup difference here.
But he's not done enough to get by and make some time on Izat. Look at Izat, 7.9 seconds ahead. I think that's Jedi off again in Sector 2. Ooh. Gurman slamming on the brakes going into, it looks like the loop there, but he's trying to get by. The wet setup is a great idea. It's going to help you out in the dirty air and following someone, but he can't get around.
Yeah, and you can see it as well, because on the straights, usually where you'd expect that slipstream to give you a massive advantage, he's just not closing that gap enough, and that's because he's got more downforce, I reckon, and that's why Margaret's just staying ahead in the important parts of this track. But through the corners, you can see, look, the gap, so close, so close.
Yeah.
He's going to suffer later on in the race.
Not to take away from Margaret, though. Margaret definitely putting some defense on. ERS down to 20%. Gurman 40% on the ERS. Here they come down Brooklyn's. And he's not going to be able to do it again.
No, he's not. He's just going to have to wait now. Just to give you a quick, guys, a quick update on the tyre wear as well, just so you can see. Izat's currently on 25, 22, 25, and 22. That's left to right, front to back. And we've got second place of Marglit on better tyres, because he's not got the dirty air in front of him. He's managing his tyres okay. He's on 21 on the lefts, 18 on the right. German behind him, 22 and 25 on the left, and 18 and 22, so he's struggling a little bit more there. And almost exactly the same tyre wear for the fourth place McLaren Atomic behind him too, with Race Tay got the worst tyres out of them all, because he's right at the back of this pack.
Yeah, trying to play catch up, just trying to keep up here. No DRS for the guys right now because of the rain. All they see is flashing lights. I mean, if you were to look on board, it's not so much that you can't see anything, but the haze is there. It's very difficult to see your braking points here. It's not easy to get on the right braking line and move up closer to the cars in front. You kind of have to drive your own race right now.
Absolutely. Want to give a quick shout out to Nils, who's joined the chat as well. Smalley's still there. VR is there as well. And Danny, one of our commentators and racers in F1 and GTS, is here too. Thanks everyone for joining. Who do you think is going to win this race? We've got an even closer gap now between German and Marglit. German just can't get past. And props to both of these guys for keeping it so clean. Oh, he's gone down the inside! He's moved to make the move! Oh, that was close. Now, does he have damage? If he does, that was a bit silly. No, he doesn't. 0 damage. He's okay. He's okay.
He knew he had the speed in the corners. You talked about it earlier. He had the gain in the corners to make a move, but it was just not the right place to do it. The apex was just not in the right spot to get in front of Marglit right there.
You're right, and thankfully there was no damage. Marglit did leave the door open, but you can't slow that car down enough on that wet line, and I think that's why we saw these two collide. Now, Liv has joined the chat. Liv, so great to have you back here. Let's get you back in a seat as quick as we possibly can. We know you're a good driver in the rain, and we know you are fast around Silverstone as well. It'd be great to see you back. But the Ferrari at the back has dropped back a fair bit now. He's 16 seconds behind Avi, who's coming up to the back of Stinson. Now, Stinson has overtaken Avi, and he's taken out 6 seconds on Jedi too, so he is on a march. I just wonder how long his inters are going to last here. He will have to pit soon, but so will the guys ahead of him. All of the guys ahead of him,
he's going to have to make a move. I mean, I was going to say Gernman, right before Gernman made that move, I was going to say maybe Gernman's about, content on staying where he's at and waiting on Marglit to make a mistake. We have seen Marglit get super loose coming out of this section right now, where they're at right now. Marglit tries to get on the throttle as fast as he can, and he gets a little sideways every time. And Gernman's trying to make a move on that, but he just can't do it going down the straights.
He can't. And it even looks like Atomic is slightly catching Gernman on the straights too, so Atomic might have opted for more of a drier setup too. And Racer Tay's just not let this pack escape either. He's right behind these guys again. Now, Squashed Apple and Amir are pretty close. I will keep an eye on that too. Sorry, I've got a case of the hiccups and I'm trying to contain them. I will quickly jump to Squashed Apple and Amir though, because it looks like we could see something here. They are just going through turn 6.
That's another yellow. Who is that?
Oh no. That's Marglit. Marglit spun.
Is that Marglit?
Oh, we missed it. I'm so sorry, guys. We missed that, unfortunately.
Oh no.
And
look at Gernman! Gernman's in P4! Atomic is in P2!
Yeah, Gernman. So it looks like both Gernman and Marglit have come together, because look at this, guys. Bringing it up on the stream now. Gernman, P4, currently has 19% front left wing damage. And let's have a look at the racing point of Marglit. No damage for Marglit, but that's unfortunate. They came together and we missed it. My apologies.
Yeah, just hurting the soul there. Another yellow.
Tommy's off. It's Tommy. He's gone off at Nuggets and Beckett's.
The wet is starting to take its toll on the driver's robot. The guys are starting to feel these worn inters. When do you think they're going to come in? Soon.
I mean, Marglit's got 30% wear. He's got a damaged front wing now. Marglit staying out though. No indication of when the weather is going to change to dry. But we haven't seen a safety car yet. Surprisingly, we have not seen a safety car.
No. And Tay still right behind Atomic, just waiting and waiting and waiting to make the move. but we know who Atomic is. We know Atomic is Mr. Consistency. All he has to do is get the car around the track, keep the pace that he's been going at, and he's going to come away with the top 3.
Yeah. Squashed Apple's now just 2 tenths behind Amir as well, battling for 8th place. And Amir is now, since Tommy spun, he's less than a second behind Tommy too. So a battle for 7th place going on here between 3 drivers. And Lika could catch up to this pack soon. He is closing actually, so we could see a 4-way battle for 7th place.
Yeah, we've not talked about Lika much. Lika qualified a little bit out of the top 10, I believe.
Oh
but
no, I was really sorry. Amir's looks like
Is
he's
that Amir?
disconnected. I mean, he just had a red cross above his name, and Squashed, and it was his AI driving, and Squashed Apple's just got, oh yeah, Amir's glitching on track. Oh no.
Squash trying to take advantage of it. You could see him trying to take advantage of it through Arena, but he just couldn't get around before he took control back of the car when he came back.
Yeah, there was a big lag spike there. Amir teleported backwards and forwards. Not necessarily Amir's fault. It could be the connection between like me and Amir, for example, or Amir to someone else, lobby host, possibly Stinson. But let's see if there's any damage. I've been on German's Margaret's damage for a while now. Amir's got no damage. Neither has the Alpha of Squashed Apple, thankfully. 0 damage, so these two can get back to racing. That's good. That's good.
Did you see that? Did you see that? He's at fastest lap 12 with a 136.
And I mean, take a guess on his tire wear. I mean, oh my
I've got to say around 40.
Yeah, he's 38, 39 on the lefts, 33, 34 on the rights, and he's just set fastest.
Oh my gosh.
Bravo, bravo.
He's just in cruise control right now, isn't he? He's got 16 seconds on P2. We missed the pass from Racer Tay. Racer Tay around Atomic. Where's Atomic? P3, no, it doesn't look like he's got damage, but Tay got around him.
He did. I'll quickly check if they got damage. No damage, no damage. But Racer Tay does have a lot more worn tyres than Atomic, actually. So Atomic's in a good position right now. He might be able to go for an overcut and extend, because if these guys pit for inters, those inters are going to be so cool when he comes out of the pits. They're not going to be at the ideal temperature that they've been doing for the last 12 laps. They've been racing to get heat into these tyres to get them to the optimal temp. And as soon as you switch those over to some fresh inters, they're going to be slow.
Yeah. So what would you do, Robot? I mean, you've got the chance of dry later on in the race. You're 12 laps in. What are you thinking right now as far as tire strategy? Do you try to make these first stint last as long as possible, or do you come in as soon as you can, get back on a new set of inners, and get ready for the dry?
I don't know. So we're almost at, well, we're just past half race distance now. Izak's just started lap 13. Now, if it was, oh, we got German's picked up a penalty. If it was 2/3, let me think. So 26, that's 8, and this.
Tay has as well.
Looking at around 17 for it to transition to dries. And we just got the pit window open.
I mean, is that enough to make you want to come in? And I mean, we're not just talking about this. We're also talking about the track has got to get dry enough for the slicks to go on. And I believe it was me and Lika a couple seasons ago, we experienced this where we ran a race all the way to about lap 23, 24 and got stuck on the wrong set of tires, and we couldn't come in because we knew if we come in, it was the race done for us.
Yeah. I would wait. I'd bring those tires to 50%. I'd stay out on 50% inters and wait for that dry line to appear. Anything after that, and you've got to commit those inters all the way to the end. I mean, you've got to wait until that dry line. I think that's why we're seeing these guys pit now. Yeah, both Amir and Squash.
Yeah, we're actually seeing Amir and Squash now, and they're on brand new inters. They're going to come out. It's going to give Stinson P10. Amir's going to come out 6 tenths right behind him. Let's see if you're right, Robot. The inters, are they too cold to keep up with the traffic and the warmer inter tires?
Well, I'll tell you the temperatures right now, actually, because I can see them. I'm going to bring them up on the screen so everyone can see them now. Stinson's tyre temps are 80 degrees, peaking at a high 70, 80, somewhere around there. Now, 11th place of Amir, his rears are down at 60.
Oh, wow.
High 60, low 70.
We'll have to keep an eye on that and see how long it takes for his tires to come up to temp. I'm going to say it's going to take at least a full lap to get the tires up to temp if he's at 60 right now.
Yeah.
Did another fastest lap. 136 again, lap 14.
I don't know how he's doing it, to be honest. the core tire temp is what's important here, and you need to keep it around 80 degrees. And it needs to be 80 when you're heading down the straights. That's the thing you got to look out for. Not while they're turning corners, because that's when they generate the most heat into the tires due to the load. But you need them to be around 80 down the straights. And we're about to see, just coming up to, where are we? He's just coming down Vale right now, and you can see they're still around 73 as they start to cool down on the straights, and that's not enough. That's not enough.
Wow. Tay and Atomic still super close. Atomic has brought the gap down to 6/10, trying to stay as close as he can to Tay. He's wanting that spot back. I mean, he's in P3. Not a bad day out there for Atomic, but you know he wants that P2 spot. He knows he's got just as much pace, or maybe even faster than Tay, trying to get that move down on track, but when are they going to come in?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think... You see, the problem is, like we said, if they pit after lap 15, it's going to turn dry in 3 laps, and they've just lost around 30 seconds. We've got yellow in sector 3. It's Mishta Mark again.
Mark, I think.
Yeah, he's against the wall, unfortunately. He's trying to get the car spun around. No one's around him right now, so he can return to the track. But he's not having a great race. He is not having a great race.
No, not happy. A lot of guys don't like the wet. It's hard enough to practice the dry with no assist, no racing line, no traction control, no ABS, and then throw the wet into it. It's not easy, is it?
Not at all. And we've got, it looked like that was Squashed Apple making a little bit of a mistake there. He's dropped back 1.3 seconds behind Demir now. Wait, is that right? Yeah, he's behind them. I think he brought out the yellow in sector 3. But yeah, Atomic and Race Day still going for it. Now, this is going to be their last opportunity to make a 2-stop work. They need to pit this lap. If the rain comes, after lap 20, they've shot themselves in the foot by staying out longer.
Yeah, I think you're right, Robot. I mean, they know what they've got behind them. I think Tay and Atomic are both very, very observant drivers. They know what's going on. Another yellow flag.
It's Mishta Mark just moving out the way for the faster drivers because he's got no wing.
So, and then Stinson pulls a fastest lap, 136. He's got the newer inters on. We would expect that from Stinson. Still making his march through the field. He has making it back into points. He's in P10, so he's sitting on the 1. He's still 19 seconds behind Santi, so he's got to make that. He's still continuing to make that march, hoping for the safety car to come out. But a lot of these guys are about to start coming in. Let's take a look, Robot. If you could switch the screen, let's take a look at the stops and see who exactly has stopped during the race.
So it looks like it's Stinson Squashed, Avi, Mark, and Amir. That's it. That's it. Only 5 stops. We know Stinson did his early on, so it's only been 4 really. As Leekler's gone off. Oh no.
Oh no.
Is that going to be a safety car? Hang on. No, he's completely off the track. I don't think that's going to cause a safety car. You can see it on the track map there. Let me quickly switch to Stinson, see if Stinson can get a view on it.
That's Maggots and Beckett's, isn't it?
Yeah, he's just come off. He's
oh, it was on the second part of Maggots and Beckett's. It had to have been the curb.
Well, you know what? He was
That's a
coming
VSC.
up. It's a VSC. He was in the pits. Mishta Marquez, everyone else missed it. Now he was coming up to Mark. I'm not sure if something happened between him and Mark there. Mark's retired from the session. Something might have happened there. You'll have to keep one eye on Discord to see if someone says something. But virtual safety car is out, and no one could really capitalize on it pitting there because it came out just a little bit too late. Now let's hope no one speeds under the virtual safety car and gets a drive-through. Oh, look at that! As soon as
That's
you
going to
say
be Gurman. As soon as you said it, picks up the drive-through penalty. He's going to have to claim it in 2 laps. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. That's he needs a safety car. He needs a safety car now. Otherwise, his top 5 has been lost. I think. Oh, we got yellow in sector 1, 2.
Lika, a little news, an update. Lika's wheel disconnected.
Oh, do you know what? He had trouble with that throughout the week too. He couldn't get his wheel to connect.
He's on the Fanatec, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
No bueno. Izat is in one of those. He's in one of those positions where.
What? Sorry.
He
Why
could
is
technically
there?
come in, couldn't he?
Why is there a full track yellow flag right now?
There is a full track yellow.
I can't see anyone stopped, and everyone is moving. And it
Now we're
disappeared
back
as
to
soon as
green.
Nika left. That is.
Now there's
German's
still a
retired as
yellow.
well.
Oh no, he's done it on track as well. I
No,
think.
he's coming into the
pitted?
pits, but he's retired and he's got to drive through penalty, I imagine.
Yeah, that's gonna be the reason.
Mark has left now as well, so we've lost 4 drivers out of this 16 driver lineup. Well, 3 because AJ had to lagged out, unfortunately. But it's currently Izat leading with 18 second advantage over Racer Tay. Now, someone's asking for Izat's tyre wear. Yep, I can tell you right away, Izat's tyre wear is 54% on the front left, 56 on the rear left, 48 front right, and 49 front right also. He's got a pit soon, but look at this. There's no more rain and the track's starting to dry up. Look, the rain has completely gone.
Oh, we're going to have to keep an eye out for it. Who is that?
Amir's in. Amir's in.
Amir.
And he just pitted, remember? 2 or 3 laps ago, Amir pitted.
Yeah.
Oh, Amir's just been teleported back to the track.
Another full track yellow. What is going on?
Oh, something weird's going on with Amir here. He's teleporting to and from.
He's backwards in the pit.
Oh, okay, let's not watch that for now. I think it's just another lag. Stinson's got a 5-second penalty for ignoring a yellow flag. He's just overtaken someone, I imagine, then, under a yellow flag. Is it Scotty? I don't know.
Yeah. It had to have been Scotty. Scotty brought out a yellow earlier.
And another...
That's going to be another full track yellow.
It's gone green again. Something something weird's going on with this lobby. Amir's out on... He's gone on to Inters again.
No, surely not.
Something strange.
Did he mess up and lobby. Not?
Another yellow in sector 1.
It's tires.
It's not. Is it Racer Tay going slowly? We got.
That's Tay and Atomic. They've got the yellow, but
you know what it is. You know what? It's that glitch where if someone leaves the session whilst the yellow flag, it happens for the next 4 or 5 laps.
Until they're
yeah,
gone.
Remember when? So it's kind of similar to the virtual safety car bug, where it keeps coming out for 4 laps and then goes in. Yeah, look, you can see full portion.
There it is again.
Yeah, okay, just keep driving, guys. Keep driving, keep driving. It will disappear after a while. Codemasters, if you're watching. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're just. It's going to be a bit glitchy for a few laps, guys. Nothing we can do about this. It's going to disappear after a while, though.
Here they come.
Oh, hang on, someone's off.
Somebody's off in 3.
It's Scotty.
That's twice. That's 2 laps in a row.
Scotty's not moving.
He may be stuck. Scotty may. Well, he's got the brake on.
Yeah,
he's holding the brake. He's not trying to get away.
And he's been disqualified. Parked in a dangerous location. What is going on with this session? This has got to be some of the worst glitches we've ever seen.
Yeah, this is not
Look,
good.
you can just see that your track just lighting up yellow and green, yellow and green. What is going on? You can do it saying this happened to his lobby once. So you can do it. How did it get resolved? Did it get resolved? Did you just carry on racing and then it disappeared? What happened? And...
Please do not say the R word. You can do it. Don't say the R word.
I'm trying to think. Oh. No. Let's not do that.
That's Amir slowing down.
Yeah,
Amir
Amir's
glitching
hitting.
horribly.
Yeah, there's something broken with the lobby. Amir is jumping all over the place. Is anyone talking in Discord right now?
No, the only thing I saw was Mr. Mark. And Lika, that was the only thing. Mr. Mark, update on him. Fun at the exit of Beckett's and then squiggly corners. Then on lap 12 somehow lost traction at the exit of the last turn. Don't know why. And of course, lost his wing. So, no contact with anyone as I've heard, but just sounds like a bad day. Are we green again?
Yeah, we are. So you can do it as saying that that the race results are going to be completely different for everyone racing. So it could say like Santi's in first place, for example. It could say Racer Tay's leading and Izat's out. That's why we're seeing Amir glitch all over the place. It's obviously going to be completely different for him, but we're seeing it as if he's teleporting in and out of the pit. So this is amazing. Yes, solid game here.
Yeah, 5 drivers out. He's at 20 seconds in front.
Now, I haven't seen a yellow flag in a while, so I think it's over now. I think
Yeah, I
it's
think
fixed.
we're sorted now.
Right, good. So let's get back to racing, and let's ride on board with Atomic and Racer Tay, who are still battling for the second place on the podium spot.
Well, we're dry, aren't we? I mean, technically, Izat could come in.
He could, but
He doesn't want to go on the inters, does he? You don't want to take the inters. He's 6 laps away. He could technically take these inters
to the end
and finish the race.
Yeah. You don't have to pit.
But does he have to? Does he have to switch?
No.
You can't change to the same tire.
No, you
compound.
don't have to pit with a wet race. You can go to the very end, I believe. So we need to keep an eye on that.
Okay.
But
where's his tire wear? He's got to be at nearly 70 by now.
yeah, he's on 67% on the left and 60 on the right. He's almost at puncture territory. It's anything above 70%, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Not coming in on this lap. When he comes through the loop, he's gonna get the 5 to go.
And the gaps just aren't making sense in it. I think the timing sheet is still broken.
They're not, are they?
No, I'm trying to make sense of all this, but it's just so hard. Do you know what? Let me see if the app has the same thing. Like, let's see whether this is an issue with the actual lobby itself in terms of their data, or whether it's displaying the wrong thing. Right, so it's currently saying that the Merc is in first, Renault's in second. Yeah, that's okay. They've got penalties are showing as well. If I was on the iPad, I'd be able to see all of it actually, because it's a bit small on the iPhone. Let me see if I can. Does it? Don't know. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. Sorry about this guys, but there's not really much we can do. So I'm just going to ride on board with Atomic and stick with him as Stinson picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's got 10 seconds worth of penalties now. I think he's going to have to serve them in the pits too. So let's have a look if Stinson's going to have a kind of like a 10-second wait before they start to change his tyres around. I think it's a dry race now. Yeah, he's waiting. He's waiting. And his tyres are off. There you go. And he's put on fresh softs. It's a dry race.
Stinson has got to be about the first to jump the gun. Santi's in, Squashed Apple's in.
And Isak's got an 8.
So here we go. I honestly think there he is. Here he comes. He saw the time gap starting to fall, and he knew he had to switch.
Now, what's Tay and Atomic going to do? They must be coming into the pits now.
They've got to come in. And you've got to think Atomic's going to box same. They're both coming in.
They're coming in. And Atomic speeds across the pit line. He was getting off the brake pedal. Why did he do that? That was silly.
He was following Tay. I don't know how you speed following someone that didn't speed.
Never mind, eh? Right, so Izak's just coming out of the pits, and he's on. Let's have a look. Let's switch the tyre now, actually, so you can see. Everyone apart from Margaret, who's pitting now as well, is on that Inter. Everyone's on the soft tyre now, sorry. I'm sure Margaret's going to switch.
And Margaret's coming down, yeah. Margaret's coming down right now.
Last 4 laps of the race.
On to the softs he goes.
Now, I'm just going to quickly check something. So, Izak is going to be on 175 points, and Stinson... Izak's won. If Izak finishes in first place, he's won.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Izak will win if he can make it.
I just don't know what else to say.
I mean, look, he's a 3-time OFR champion of the world, and that's 3 champion of the world status in the top tier division here in OFR. He's been beaten once by AJ, just once, and that's it. He's gonna get 4. He's gonna get 4 world championships. This is amazing. This really is amazing.
I mean, he's not falling off, is he? I mean, he's on top of his game right now, is what we're seeing.
And if he wins this race, it's going to be his 30th race win as well. Now, he did lose 3 seconds in the pits for some reason. The gap was 18 seconds, it's now only 15. don't think he's got any damage or anything like that. Let's have a look at his car.
Well, he didn't have any before either, did he?
No, I think he may have spun somewhere. Who knows? But yeah, it's starting to settle out. The gap between Atomic and Racer Tay is staying exactly the same. It hasn't moved like all race. The only thing is, Atomic has a 5-second penalty that will be added to his final time now because of that speeding in the pit lane. Otherwise, he would have jumped Racer Tay because Racer Tay has a 3-second penalty. So
Yeah.
that mistake has just cost Atomic P2.
Well, Atomic's got penalties as well. I mean, is it just the 5?
Yeah,
or does he have another?
it's just showing up as the 5 right now. Now that could be a glitch, obviously. Who knows what it actually is? Because this lobby has been super glitchy today. I'll quickly check. It's showing as only it's showing as only 5 to be added on the app as well. So that's a shame.
Stinson 130.3, fastest lap set. He's gonna take that point unless Izak can do anything about it. And he is. He's got a purple in sector 2.
Now, do you know what? I'm not going to say it. I'm going to wait till the end of the race. I'm going to wait. I think you know what I mean. Let's just not say anything. Let's wait till he crosses the line. And do you know what? This battle between Atomic and Racer Tay has been so consistent.
And he did. Izak took fastest lap with a 129.3. Stinson can take it back. They're probably going to switch back and forth right here for the last 2 laps.
Yeah.
But Atomic's starting to fall back. Yeah, you're right. He is.
Racer Tay's just
You'd think he would be waiting for these slicks and just begging for the softs. It's kind of backfired on him, though, hasn't it? Now Tay is starting to pull away. Margaret with the fastest lap. Put Margaret's name in the hat.
Got it. I think we're going to see a lot of different fastest laps because the track's just getting warmer and warmer. It's getting drier
it's
and
going
drier.
to evolve, isn't it?
And the cars are
Here
getting
comes
lighter and lighter.
Stinson's coming around the last ones now.
Oh, Mia's got a penalty as well. He's just picked up 3 seconds. And Stinson's now got fastest lap. Now let's see who will take that off him.
Well, it's got to be that, doesn't it? Yeah, he's at purple sector 2 again. And Atomic with another 3-second time penalty. That's going to give him 8.
Yeah, not good. Not good, Atomic. Not good.
Here comes he's coming through club now. If he goes purple sector 3, I'm sure it's going to give him the fastest lap again.
I'm right on board
And
with him
it
and see if
does.
he's got it. Yeah, he's just taking it again.
Yeah, he's got it.
127.656. It's getting drier.
That's going to be the fastest so far.
Now, let's see if Racer Tay can take it back from him, though. He's coming around the final corner now. Here comes Racer Tay. Has he got fastest lap? No. He hasn't. Atomic hasn't got it either. Atomic's picked up another penalty.
Margaret? I don't think Margaret had a purple 2. Stinson had a purple 2.
Oh, he's taking it. 127.
He took it. He took it. And then here comes Stinson. Stinson coming around. He came around Stowe. Here he is in club. I think you're right. They're just going to keep pounding out fastest laps.
Yeah,
there it is. There it is.
27.3. It's just getting drier and drier.
Now, if it goes the way it's going...
No!
Stinson
Atomic! What happened? What happened?
Who is he collected? Is it Jedi?
I can't see. Is it
That's
Jedi?
a McLaren.
It's Jedi. It's Jedi spun. Jedi spun. He needs to be careful here. Don't. Oh god, Jedi, be careful, be careful, be careful. This car's coming.
He's stuck? I can't see him.
There's another glitch because I couldn't see him either, and I had to actually switch to him to be able to see his car. Atomic's just DNF.
Oh no. So there's these at. What I was saying though was if they keep going this route on the last lap, I don't think Stinson's gonna get it now. I was gonna say Stinson should have fastest lap since he's the last one to cross the line, but with the yellow, I think it's just lost him the fastest lap.
I think so. I can't. I'm waiting for Atomic to say something in Discord. I don't know what's going on here. But Izat
Yeah.
has just started his final lap. He's almost spinning. But Izat has just gone through Luffield now. He's coming through Woodcote, coming up to Cobbs. Cobbs, sorry, this is it. He's going to get his 4th champion of the world status. He's not put a foot wrong all season. He had a bit of a scuffle with some drivers last race. He had a few incidents in a few other races before in the first half of the season. But after that, he has just taken off.
And that's going to be his teammate, Amir.
Avi.
Amir's going to lead him to Avi. Avi's going to lead him to the finish line.
And he's pushing for fastest lap. He's got his overtake on. It's down at 12%. He's really trying to get this. He's trying to claim it as well.
He wasn't tied up in that incident, was he? He had a clear view.
He's crossed the line.
And he's done it.
That's it.
He's done it.
He's champion. He's champion again. Bravo, bravo. Race Tay's going to be next though. Izak currently has the fastest lap. Now let's see if anyone can take that away from him.
I don't think Tay had a purple sector 2.
Let's see
There's
if Tay's got
Atomic.
it.
Atomic is not happy with Jedi right now.
No, the Race Tay did not get it. It's going to be Margaret next. So Race Tay's got P2 though. And Margaret got it! Ooh, Margaret got it! Okay, let's see if... no, don't spectate him. Don't spectate him.
Watching Stinson. Stinson behind.
He's just picked up another
Driver,
penalty.
we don't want to. Oh, he's picked up
So I don't think he'll be able to go faster now because he would have invalidated. Has he done it? Yes! He's done it! He's done it!
Santi, top
You
5.
did it! Come on, Santi! Come on, P4!
Get in there.
Yes! Good job. Stinson got fastest lap, but Santi
Stinson got fastest
P4. Good job. Finally. So nice to
So
see.
Stinson took fastest lap, top 5. Was it still not enough?
No, he did. Stinson's got it. It's the 126.3 fastest right now.
No, but it wasn't enough to prevent Izat
Oh
from
no,
the
no,
championship.
nowhere near, no. Oh, maybe. Let me just check, just to be completely sure. So
Yeah, let's verify. We don't want
Stinson's got
to
11
call anything
points.
out.
So Stinson's gonna no, not even close. Stinson's gonna be on 126. Izat's gonna be on 175. He's got more than
So
that.
Izat cannot race, or he could miss the race next weekend, and he's got it.
He is Hamilton right now. He's won for sure. Now, of course, penalties could change something. You know, we don't know what's going to happen with the penalties, but I don't think Izak did anything wrong this race. I think he was out ahead the whole time after Stinson spun. So I think he's pretty clear there. And that's it. Now we're just waiting for Amir to cross the line. He's in 11th place. He's only at Luffield at the moment. Woodcote, sorry. He's got a way to go. But really interesting race. Such a shame to see 6 drivers not make it though.
That's not D1-esque, is it? We see 2 or 3 guys that usually disconnect, or they're not there at the end. But 6 drivers for D1 that are not going to finish the race. It's not something that we see very often. But they haven't seen rain a lot this season as well.
You're right. This is one of 2 races, I think. I think the only other time we saw rain was when it was in quali. So, yeah. We know what rain can do. And Amir is going to soldier across the line at 11th place. Tough race for him, but he was...
That a boy, Amir. That a boy.
Wasn't he?
Yeah. Finishes it up. What a day.
Yeah, and now everyone who's not crossed the line is currently saying that they're in the pit, so I'm not sure what's happening there. But anyway. And the time remaining stuck on 1 second. That's a new one. That's a new one. So what's going to happen here?
We're going to be stuck on 1 second. But congratulations to Izat, champion of the world again. Just day in, day out. I'm not going to say that he puts the work in, because he's done enough throughout the past 3 or 4 seasons where he's basically learned these tracks.
Oh, nice. An error has occurred.
Yeah, and it's and it's kicked everyone.
Right, so I'm quickly just going to switch to the podcast stream. Actually, no, I'll just leave it here. Let's just leave it here. Yeah. So as we're closing up, Izak winner. Good job.
Yep.
I'm so fed up with this game. It's ridiculous at how buggy this is. I mean, everything that can go wrong goes wrong. But anyway, at least we had a pretty decent race apart from all the glitches, right? So guys,
yeah, without the glitches, it was it was on the commentate, wasn't it, Robot? I mean, I don't know what to say.
Me neither. So
hashtag 2019. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the exact same game with a new badge. Anyway, let's stop ripping on Codemasters and let's end the stream. So thanks very much for tuning in, guys. D2 started in just 45 minutes time. Make sure you tune into that as well. It will be on the OFR channel too, YouTube channel, and we'll see you next week, if not in Brazil for the final race of the season.